Hey, what's up, guys? I've been working on this build and I noticed there's not a lot, if any, builds made around volcanic fissures. And I figured I might as well make a video showcasing what I have so far. Maybe like inspire people to make builds around that scale or even get some feedback on what I've made. I played a build back in like 3.5. I think it was a Molten Strike build made by Al Kaiser with dual nebula, and I figured I might as well try to make my spin on it based around the new skill. So far, these are the stats I have, but you have to keep in mind that all the rare gear has mostly been taking around minimal stats. And for all the unique items, including the flask, they've been all of them have the lowest rolls possible for each relevant stat on them. Um, so the damage is probably going to be around 1 to 1.5 billion DPS pinnacle, I'm guessing, with medium rolled gear and the level 20 stats from Volcanic Fissures whenever it comes out. For now, I just took Tectonic Slam just for placeholder. I didn't really know what else to pick since no way to know how the damage will scale. But yeah, so for skills, it's just a basic 6 link. I'm not sure how the projectiles are gonna work on Volcanic Fissure. If they work like Nagamahu's Flame, where if I remember correctly, Consecrated Effect, Punk Effect was able to limit how far the projectiles were moving, and so you would put Conk Effect on and it would make all the projectiles mostly overlap on top of the enemies for single target. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work, so this is mostly subject to change maybe. If it doesn't work, I'll just use another like Rootless probably or something similar. When it comes to auras, I only have 2 heralds and a vitality. Now I have enlighten in the build, but I'm probably not gonna use it because I have vitality mastery, which gives me more mana than level 3 enlighten for some reason. But that should be it for the 3 auras so far, at least. I don't know if I'm gonna add anything else other than that. And then we have normal leap slam life stack setup and the Enduring Cry for. These are mostly for pinnacle bosses or like hard rares or any stuff like that. Since we're not running any life flasks, I figured it was a good idea to have an emergency key just in case to recover life. And then there's Blood and Sand. There's just 4 extra single target or better clear. And then this cast on damage taken setup is a big if. I'm probably not a big if. It's a big maybe, I should say. So if I manage to hit exposure on hit on gloves, I'll be able to take out Wave of Conviction, and then I'll only be needing a way to get flammability and combustion out. For flammability, I've been thinking of either having Hex Touch with something like Vengeance and Combustion together, but because of the way curses are gonna work in 3.20, they're gonna be way stronger, or they're gonna be way weaker unless there's self-cast, and the numbers are going to be much lower also. So this is mostly subject to change. I'll have to test around for that. And then it's just a molten shell with increased duration on left click, and then blood rage for extra attack speed, leech, and power, not power, frenzy charge generation. So that's what I have so far for skills. When it comes to item, it's just dual nebulac. I have a helmet with nearby enemies have minus fire res. I'm not too sure about it yet, but it should be fine. Just getting some life and then the minus fire res should be decent enough. Then all the other stats are just a big plus. I don't think we've seen what the ancients are for the new skill, but it's probably going to be an ancient for it. If there's something decent. Other than that, there's nothing really cool. It's mostly going to be something like Herald or any kind of aura or curse ancient will work. Um, After that, it's just a lore weave. It's just self-explanatory. Really, we don't really use any crit because we're going elemental overload. So that's there. For gloves, getting attack speed on both the ancient from the implicit and the base stat is probably best. Um, and then just life, armor, and whatever res you need if you need any. For boots, I've tried a bunch of things for boots. It's either you're gonna be using normal Kelm's roots, because they give so much life that it's gonna be really hard to measure up against something like that. And when it comes to Death's Door, I've looked into Death's Door, but the lack of life on it hurts a lot the EHP. As you can see from if you remove the 150 life Yam's Roots and put in Death's Door instead, you go from 236 to 157 EHP. So I think it's too much of a survivability loss. But we'll probably try to get Calm's Roots with +1 in charge instead. These seem to be the best choice, to be honest. And then there's a Soft Blood Amulet. This is just really strong overall. And then there's 2 Precursor Emblems. These are probably going to be the 2 endgame choices if there's good stats that are able to be gotten from them. They shouldn't be too expensive. And in the meantime, just using 2 Kiam Sang is probably gonna do the job just as well. Precursor Emblem is just getting +1 entrance charge is all we need. If you're able to get more than 1 charge, and that would be perfect, but it's probably gonna be way too hard to get that. And then for belt, it's just life plus res and then elemental damage with attacks. That's mostly it really. And now for jewels. All the jewels I have are life and attack speed. Attack speed is super important in this build, and it's basically mostly the only way we scale it or damage. So that's basically what I take for them. And then Cinder Swallow for Cinder Swallow, either going crit chance for better Elemental Overload trigger if there's trouble getting that. There's damage taken, leech as life. There's rarity and life regen. I don't know how rarity is gonna be, how good rarity is gonna be. But I guess we'll see. There's Wise Oak for really good pen. There's Lion's Roar for LA Fizz boost, also giving us the Granite Flask plus armor. Dying Sun for extra projectiles and AoE. Also, slight boost to fire res. And then the Basalt Flask with use when charge reach full, and then getting the charge when you're hit by an enemy with percent armor. There's also, I don't remember what else you can get instead of percent armor. I guess attack speed is fine. There's movement speed if you really want it. There's life leech, which is probably not gonna do anything because we're basically capped on leech recovery. And now when it comes to jewels, it's basically you want large jewels with um most attack speed keystones, or not keystones, notables. So if you're able to get attack speed notables with um, things like weight advantage is also really strong when it comes to maces. Um, martial prowess is also really strong and gives a lot of attack speed when paired with undeniable. Um, oh, you also really want to get one fuel to fight anywhere on your large clusters. It's just gonna be mana, how you sustain your skills for mana. Um, other than that, I've also taken this jewel over there. These are mostly for much higher budget players who have much higher budget. I don't really plan on reaching that since I'm mostly gonna play private leagues, kind of solo self-found. Um, but you're probably gonna get Overlord if possible. My bad. And Devastator. If you're able to get either of those, these are really strong. If you're not able to get those, basically you can drop the whole cluster up there and instead go grab Steadfast and get the melee hits Fortify Mastery. These are really good for budget until there's something like Overlord that's able to be taken somewhere. Devastator is just really strong as for clear speed. Um, after that, um, when it comes to config, this is what I have so far. I don't think I went overboard. I took Frenzy Charge from Blood Rage, Endurance Charge because we're playing Jug. We have Onslaught from something, I forgot what. I'd have to check. Maybe a Flask? But I mean, I guess even if we don't have Onslaught, we have it somewhere else. Probably from a Flask. Oh yeah, from Cinder Swallow. We're Fortified, which is a really strong defense boost. We're leeching from Blood Rage. We have Flask active. Now this here, it's probably not gonna be on, but if possible, to get a bottled fate. So if the budget is there for a bottled fate, that would give a lot of life regen boost to for the Nebula degen, but it's not needed. Other than that, we've been hit recently for the endurance charge generation. We're in blood stance, fire exposure. For pinnacle boss, the enemy is maimed from one of the cluster jewels, but it's not matter much. The enemy is burning, ignited, and it's covered in ash from the amulet. So that's basically what I have so far. Let me know if there's anything I missed. And yeah, that's basically it.